Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case from Chesterfield County, South Carolina. One that has remained unsolved for nearly 8 years. On the morning of April 1st, 2018, Easter Sunday, a 29-year-old woman was found with fatal gunshot wounds inside her car along a rural road. The vehicle was stopped just 50 feet from a stop sign. The engine was still running, but the person responsible was nowhere to be found. And all these years later, no arrest has been announced. According to recent reporting, investigators say they still need someone to come forward with information about what happened that morning. This is the story of Sasha Wall. Sasha Wall was 29 years old and living in the Pageland area of Chesterfield County, South Carolina. Family and friends described her as friendly, outgoing, and someone who knew many people in her community. Sasha was a Black transgender woman who had been open about her identity for years. Her mother said Sasha began living as her true self around the age of 18, and that the two remained close. But on the morning of April 1st, 2018, her life came to a violent end. According to investigators, sometime between 6:15 a.m. and 8:20 a.m., Sasha Wall was shot multiple times while inside her vehicle. Her car was located along Sandy Plains Road in Chesterfield County, South Carolina. The vehicle was stopped near an intersection, approximately 50 feet from a stop sign. The engine was still running, and Sasha was found in the driver's seat. Investigators say they do not know why Sasha was out that early in the morning, or whether the person responsible was inside the car with her, or may have pulled up alongside her. According to reporting on the case, a passerby noticed a vehicle sitting in the road that morning. The car was still running, with someone sitting in the driver's seat. The passerby reported the vehicle to authorities. When law enforcement arrived at the scene, they found Sasha Wall slumped over the center console. Investigators later determined she had suffered multiple gunshot wounds. She was pronounced deceased at the scene. The details of the crime scene raised immediate questions. The vehicle was found sitting in the roadway with the engine still running. Inside the car, investigators recovered a small caliber bullet from the driver's door. Based on the evidence, detectives said the shooter may have been inside the vehicle or just outside of it when the shooting occurred. One detail quickly became a major focus of investigation. Sasha Wall's cell phone was missing. Family members said Sasha was frequently on her phone and that it was unusual for it to be gone. But when investigators processed the scene, the phone was not found. Investigators have said they believe the phone may have been removed from the vehicle or the scene, and that it could contain important information about her final hours. A phone like that could potentially reveal who Sasha spoke with last, who she may have been meeting, or what her plans were that morning. But without it, a key part of the timeline remained unclear. And for investigators, that missing device was one more piece of the puzzle that had not been recovered. Early in the investigation, authorities said they believed they had a strong suspect in the case. Investigators also indicated that the person they were looking at was someone who may have known Sasha. But the individual was never publicly identified, and no charges were announced. As the months passed, the case remained open. Detectives continued to review evidence, follow leads, and revisit the timeline of Sasha's final hours. At one point, investigators created what they described as a, quote, war room dedicated to the case. According to reporting, names, locations, and possible connections were mapped across the walls as detectives worked to understand what may have happened and who may have been involved. Years have passed since that morning on Sandy Plains Road, but Sasha Wall's murder remains unsolved. No one has been arrested, and no suspect has ever been publicly identified. For Sasha's family, the questions still remain. What happened that morning? Who was involved? And when will there be justice for Sasha Wall? Investigators continue to say that someone may have information about what happened to Sasha Wall. Even small details, they say, could help move the investigation forward. And after nearly 8 years without answers, investigators say any new information could be critical. Anyone with information related to the death of Sasha Wall is urged to contact the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office. Their contact information can be found in the show notes below. Our thoughts are with Sasha Wall's family, friends, and the entire community who loved her. As we close out this episode, remember that sharing Sasha's story helps keep attention on the questions that still remain. For updates and more cases, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also connect with us through our Facebook group and find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Reach out if there's a story you believe deserves attention. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.